Welcome back. Now in this video we will implement a method just for deleting that job. So if the user want to delete that specific job, they will simply just long press on that like that, and it will show the dialog for the delete button, and the user simply can click on that and delete that job. So let's go and work on that. First I will simply close that upload job.dart, and here we are writing the job widget.dart. Okay, that one. Here we are. Now let's go and write the in here above this widget build we will implement that method. We're gonna make that method private, so in here underscore, and we will name this as a delete dialog. Okay, that's fine. And curly braces right in here, tag this down. Now right in there, first we will implement the user class. In here type user, name this, and we will say auth authentication, and for that current user. Okay, we will assign that current user. We will import the library. There we go, firebase auth.dart. We didn't yet create the instance for the authentication right towards the firebase auth. So in here what we will say, final, and let's create that. So in here we will say firebase auth, gonna name this as auth authentication, in which we will assign firebase auth dot instance. Okay, so the error has been gone already, as you guys can see. Now right after, let's create the user UID specific. So in here we will say user UID, in which we will assign the user their specific UID. Okay, now we are gonna have the show dialog right in here. It's going to take the context and builder. We will remove that for now, we will add it just in a while. In here semicolon, and tag this down. It's going to take the context to contacts, and right after it's going to take the builder in there, ctx contacts short form, and right in there we will simply return the alert dialog. Okay, in here semicolon, tag this down, and actions right in there we will have that text button. Okay, so in here text button, as we implemented that text button at so many places right in this app, so in here we will also implement that, and we're going to remove that for now. We will add it just in a while. In here put comma and take this down. It's going to take the on press event for now, and in here curly braces for now. We will leave this as it is, and we will work on that in a while. First we will implement the UI design. So right after, in here we will have a child, and right in the child we will have a row widget. Right in the row widget, first we will set the main axis alignment, so it's going to be right in the center. Main axis alignment, we will go with a dot center. Okay, and children, right in there we will set the icon for that delete button. So in there what we will do, first let's set the icon dot delete. You can choose whatever you want right in here. I'll go with this one, and I will also choose the color for that. So colors dot red, and scroll it down in here you will set the text for that button. So in here we will say delete, and put comma right in here, let's do some style for that. So in here, as usual, text style, in which let's set the color first, or the color will be just fine. There is no need of font style or anything like that. Now we will remove those yellow lines, just add this constant modifier. There we go. So the UI has been completed. As you guys can see, we just leave the on press event empty as it is, as you guys can see. Now we will simply copy that method name from here, and we will call upon that right in the, let me just see, there we go, on long press. Okay, right in there, call upon that method. Now simply, since we make a major change, so we have to hot reload the app. In here, click on that and it's gonna hot reload the app, and now we will test that. It's just loading. There we go. Now if I press on that, I mean the long press, it will simply show us the delete dialog. There we go. Okay, now if I click on that, it will not delete that job, because right in here, let me just show you, we leave this empty for now. We will work on that just in a while, and let's go and click on that. Okay, nothing happened and the dialog is still right there, because we didn't implement the code right yet in this on press event. So the dialog is right in here and it's working totally fine, and you guys can also see that. Now what we will do, just hot reload the app, so just remove that dialog, and right now let's go and work on that on press. Okay, so take this down, and this is going to be asynchronous, so in here async, and now right in there we will set try curly braces, take this down, we will set the if condition, we will check, we will say widget dot uploaded by, and is that equal to the that specific UID for the current user who will be online. Okay, and right in there what we will do, we'll say await, and now we're gonna create an instance right toward the Firebase Firestore. There we go, create that instance and write to the collection jobs, because all of the jobs will be right in the collection of jobs. Okay, as you guys know already. So in here jobs, and the name must be similar guys right in here and also in the Firebase database. And let's go further. Right after, let me just take this down in here so that you guys can see clearly. We will say doc and widget for that specific job ID. Okay, and what we will do, we will simply delete that, just dot delete semicolon right at end, and also we will show a message. So in here we will say await, with the help of Flutter Toast we will show that message. We didn't see the suggestion, there we go, Flutter Toast dot show toast, and right in there is gonna tag the message. Okay, right in the message what we will do, we will say something like job has been deleted, or you can type whatever you want right in here, and the toast length will be toast dot length long. There's going to be toast length, and right after we will set the background color. Let's set that. We will choose the colors, we will go with the gray one, and also we will set the font size. Let's set it to 18 for now. So So whenever we will press on that long press on that job, there will be that dialog. As you guys noticed before, it was still right in here. So I want that whenever I will click on that dialog, on the delete dialog, right afterwards we will simply remove that dialog. So for that, what we will do in here, semicolon, and we will say navigator if it can pop. Okay, then with the help of navigator dot pop contacts, we will remove that. Or if there will be no dialog, then in else we will do nothing, so we'll say null. And if you guys want to remove that yellow lines, simply just ignore that. Okay, now in here we will say else, curly braces, take this down, and if there will be any error, so with the help of global method that we just implemented before, and you guys know a lot about that, show error dialog is going to take the error. So in here we will show the message something like you cannot perform this action. And it is going to take the contacts. There we go, context to context, right at end, semicolon, and right afterwards, if it's catch any of the error, with the help of global method dot show error dialog, in here remove that. So show error dialog, there we go with the suggestion, and also we will show that this talks cannot be deleted. We take the contacts as usual, semicolon at end, and all just fine. So in here you'll say finally, and we will leave this as empty, all good. So all of the working for the on press event, right in the dialog for the delete, as you guys can see, we just implement that on press event. So now you will simply just hold to load the app, and we will test it if it's can delete the job or not. In here it's just loading, there we go. Now I will simply delete that job, that first one. Okay, we code IT business manager by Zen Malik, need and a manager for IT business. I will delete that. So in here just long press on that, there we go with the dialog for the delete. I will simply press on that, and it will simply delete that job right from here and also from the Firebase, right in the collection of jobs. So simply just click on that delete, and there we go. As you guys can see, the job has been deleted successfully. Okay, so we are left with one job, and that is a education trainer for the education tab. Now it's working totally fine, and you guys can notice that in here. We will go towards the Firebase and we will check that if it's delete the job, the IT one, or not. Let's go and check that. And guys, we are left with one job. Okay, and it's a trainer for the education department. Let's go to the Firebase. As you guys can see right in here, it's working totally fine. The first job that we deleted, it's not even here because we deleted that before. As you guys can see right in here, this document doesn't exist. It will not appear in queries or snapshot because that job has been deleted already, and you guys know about that. And we are left with this one job, as I told you before. There we go. Okay, want a trainer with a 5-year experience, education and training, experienced trainer for education department, and everything is just fine. So all of the working has been done for the delete dialog, and it's working totally fine, and you guys can notice that.